If you've ever wondered, should I put this in a chat or a channel in Teams, you're not alone. Every day I see important messages get buried in chat where no one can find them. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 simple rules so you know where to post and you stop losing important information in Microsoft Teams. Hi, I'm your computer friend Connie, and I teach real people how to make Microsoft 365 simple, not stressful, and less confusing. So let's jump in. First, a really quick big picture view for you. I want you to think of chat like texting. It's for quick, informal, short-term conversations with specific people, while channels could be seen more like a bulletin board for a team or a project. It's where the work and the history live for that particular topic. You can think of it this way. If it only matters to a couple of people and just for a little while, a chat is fine. But if it matters to the whole team, or if someone might need it later, then it belongs in a channel. I'll show you exactly what this looks like in a few real world scenarios here. So let's start with the first rule. If others might need it later, use a channel. Channel conversations are visible to everyone who's a member of the team. And when new people join that team, they can see the full history of that channel. So this makes channels perfect for announcements, project updates, how-to instructions, materials people need moving forward, links, procedures, and anything that you might say or the team might say, where did we put that? Let's say you're on a marketing team and you've just confirmed the upcoming dates for a campaign you're running. If you put that in a group chat, then only those people in that chat are going to see that information. And in fact, you might have to chat with various people in other groups you belong to get that information out there. Plus, it just becomes noise in the thread of the group chat. In fact, it might be mixed up amongst other things that you're talking about with that group. So in this example, we're asking about the marketing campaign. They're going to check on the dates for us, and then we're talking about lunch, and then we've forgotten about the dates, and so we're coming back to that. And so it gets a little bit messy with all that back and forth. Whereas if we put into a team and into a channel, let's take a look at that. Within a team, you just create a post. So when you create a post in a team, you have the ability to create that heading for that post, and then your information go below that, and then people can reply in there. So you keep the thread of that one conversation together in amongst those team members. So you can have other conversations with them, but you start another thread for that conversation, which keeps it separate. And that can make it more organized for everyone involved. So this becomes a great habit in terms of what to put into a channel. Any information around decisions or references that you might need to go back to in the future. So rule number 2, if it's quick or personal, it probably belongs in a chat. So with quick, informal, maybe just between a few people, create a chat. So that could be, for things like, are you free right now? I'm going for lunch. Maybe just a quick side conversation you want to have with that person or group of people that doesn't involve the whole team. And these are things that don't need to live in shared history forever for the group. Where people get into trouble is when they run an entire project in a chat. It becomes very hard to find specific information in that chat. A few weeks into the project, a few months, it's hard to find those decisions, those reference details. There's a lot of scrolling going on. So quick, temporary, small audience, chat. Anything more than that, probably a channel. Now, one quick thing before we move on, because I get this question a lot, is how long does the information stay within the chat or the channels? By default, Microsoft puts no limits to the length of time you can keep information in your chats or your channels. But in my experience, I usually find that organizations and their IT departments put limits in place. And it's typically with chats. Chats usually have a limit. I've heard instances where the IT department has taken an organization and limited their chats to 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. And after that time, those chats that are older are gone and not available. I've even heard an example of the chat area for an organization only lasting less than a week because of the size of that organization. So you see, the chat history is typically a shorter period of time because chats are seen as a more temporary information, whereas channels are usually treated like records of work. The information in there are held longer or indefinitely. Now, we can't change the length of time a chat or a channel message stays in our system. That's entirely up to our organization and their retention policies. So if you're not sure, you need to check in with your IT people to find out what your retention policies are. Rule 3 is files and decisions go where the work lives. So those files we're talking about are in the shared tab of a channel or the shared tab of a chat. Files shared in a channel are stored in the team SharePoint site under the channels folder. Everyone in the team can get to them and they stay with the project or that information in that team and channel. Files in the chat are tied to the people in the chat. So whoever uploaded the file or the link in the chat is the owner of that information. And that information is stored on that person's OneDrive. So if someone leaves or a new person joins the team later, they won't necessarily have access to that information. So if you have a shared document that's important to that team or that project or that group of people that are members of the team channel, maybe it's a template, maybe it's a report, maybe it's just a document everybody needs to access, that should be parked in that team's channel, in the shared files area. In chat, maybe you're sharing a file with somebody because you want to get their opinion on it or have them take a look at it really quickly. So it's not something that involves the entire team or needs to be kept in there long term. So before you send your next message, ask yourself, who needs this? If it's just 1 or 2 people right now, maybe it's a chat. If the whole team or future members of that team or that group need to see it, then it's a Teams channel. How long does this matter? If it's only for today or this week, then maybe a chat works. If you'll need to see this again later or reference this way down the line, then a Teams channel again would be better. Is there a file or a decision attached here? If you have just a quick review between a couple of people or a small group, then maybe chat's okay. If this is the official version, the final decision, information that you need to reuse or go back to as a reference in the future, then a Teams channel would work better. If you're ever unsure, a nice rule is when in doubt, use a channel for work-related stuff. So if I'm saying I'm running 5 minutes late, throw it in the chat. I don't need to put that into my team to be saved there forever. If you start using these today, you'll lose fewer messages, your projects will feel more organized, and you will spend a lot less time scrolling. Thanks for watching.